The weather's getting nice outside, but don't fall for it. It's a trick to prevent you from staying inside and enjoying lots and lots of brand new, original and unoriginal streaming content coming to your favorite streaming platforms. In the following video, I shall list for you a number of reasons why you should stay inside during May 2021. Here are May's biggest streaming releases. As always, this list is for titles available in the United States only. Apologies to our international viewers. Check your local listings to find out what you can get and enjoy the metric system and probably better healthcare. First up, let's do Netflix. On the 4th, Part 2 of Selena the series premieres, concluding a limited biopic show following the life of the Teano singer-songwriter, and while Season 2 will explore her rise to stardom, it shouldn't be a surprise that it won't have a happy ending. On May 7th, Jupiter's Legacy adapts Mark Millar's hit comic about a dysfunctional family of superheroes. It's just like The Incredibles, but with more disappointment and resentment and substance abuse and so on. On the 13th, Castlevania returns to whip a little more vampire ass before Netflix puts a stake in the series. What is a Netflix but a meaningless pile of cancelled shows? But on the bright side, on the 14th, Season 2 of Love, Death, and Robots promises another rogues gallery of cool/sexy/weird, mature animated shorts that feature love, death, and/or robots, or maybe none of the above. Also on the 14th, The Woman in the Window finally premieres. The adaptation of the best-selling mystery novel was slated for a 2019 theatrical release, but got delayed for re-edits and then delayed a bunch more because of COVID, and now it's finally coming to Netflix. On May 21st, Zack Snyder shifts gears from superheroes frowning in slow motion to a bank heist with zombies in Army of the Dead, which promises to have Dave Bautista fighting a goddamn fucking zombie tiger. Hell yeah!
What is this? It's a goddamn zombie tiger.
On the 27th, Eden premieres, an original anime from the director of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, set in a future so distant that robots are the dominant species and humans are but a myth. Except they're real and one of them's in the anime. Sometime in May, we can expect Season 3 of Master of None, which promises to focus on Lena Waithe's character, and then there's Halston, the miniseries about 1970s fashion designers starring Ewan McGregor, but as of making this video, we don't have hard release dates for those. There were a couple things that we missed last month, not to be confused with Eden. Eden Zero is another new anime series involving robots from the creator of Fairy Tail, and if Jupiter's Legacy is too depressing, there's always the original movie Thunder Force featuring Melissa McCarthy and Octavia Spencer as childhood best friends who become superheroes as adults.
The hell are you?
You'd think Cancer, but Capricorn actually, Sag Moon, and all kinds of things rising.
That's messed up.
Alright, on to Hulu. On the 5th, you can check out the 2020 movie Shadow in the Cloud, set in World War II, following the crew of a plane carrying important documents who encounter something evil on board. Is it Gremlins? Possibly. On May 13th, the 2020 film Saint Maud is available, another A24 indie art house supernatural horror that hits some similar notes to Hereditary and The Witch, and if you don't have Hulu, that also hits Amazon Prime Video the same day. On May 21st, catch the Hulu original stop-motion animated series Marvel's MODOK, starring Patton Oswalt as the eponymous mental/mobile/mechanized organism designed only for killing, but who also has to juggle the responsibilities of his day job and family life in addition to killing. This should be fun.
Right?
Then on the 29th, there's The Vigil, which is another indie supernatural horror, but this one's centered around a funeral and Orthodox Judaism. Are there demons? Possibly. And here are a couple we missed last month. If SVU and Criminal Intent are too scatterbrained and messy for you, Law & Order Organized Crime premiered, which focuses on catching very tidy murderers who put everything at right angles and love to shop at the Container Store. I'm kidding, it's about gangs. And there's also a 3-part documentary series about Sasquatch, but also pot farms and murder.
You believe that Sasquatch can teleport?
No.
Yes, you do.
No, I
Yes,
do
you
not.
You do.
Do not go there.
Meanwhile, over on HBO Max, you can catch Tenet starting on the 1st, which offers several features that were unavailable during its theatrical run, including subtitles that allow you to actually understand what the characters are saying, and the option to watch the entire film on your phone, just to spite Christopher Nolan, who loves that big screen experience. Wonder Woman 1984 is also back on HBO Max if you missed it over the holidays, or you're just a glutton for punishment, or you want to see that part where she's swinging around on the clouds with her lasso. That was kind of cool. On the 14th, the neo-western survival thriller Those Who Wish Me Dead premieres, with Angelina Jolie as a park ranger fending off assassins and also a forest fire. What could go wrong? Part 1 of the Victorian superhero drama The Nevers has its finale on the 16th, and on the 20th, Jake the Dog and Finn the Human will be reunited in the newest Adventure Time Distant Lands special, appropriately dubbed Together Again. Speaking of colorful and trippy animated kid shows that get surprisingly real and emotionally resonant for adults, last month Infinity Train began slowing to a halt for its last stop with Book 4, which will be its final season, so go catch that if you haven't already.
And after we're famous in Canada, we'll become rock stars and play New York City! Our lives gonna be great. Oh yeah.
Over on Disney Plus, concluded the Clone Wars has, but buckle up for some more Buckethead action with Star Wars The Bad Batch, which follows the adventures of Clone Force 99, that squad of irregular troopers who each has a particular set of skills. Then on the 28th, for additional charge, you can get premiere access to Cruella, the live-action origin story of 101 Dalmatians bad guy and PETA enemy number 1 Cruella de Vil, which presumably follows her earlier exploits of only trying to murder litters of animals in the low dozens to make a coat.
I'm glad that you're sorry.
I'm Cruella.
Life is like a hurricane, and last month we forgot to tell you about DuckTales Season 3, so make like a race car, laser, and/or aeroplane and go check that out ASAP. Over on Amazon Prime Video, you can also catch St. Maud starting on the 13th, as previously mentioned, and on the 14th, the limited series The Underground Railroad premieres based on the Pulitzer Award-winning historical fiction novel, which takes place in an alternate reality where the network of safe houses and escape routes that helped slaves escape in the 1800s is reimagined as a literal subterranean train line. On the 21st, 7-part anthology series Solos premieres, which has a star-studded cast that includes Morgan Freeman, Helen Mirren, Anne Hathaway, Anthony Mackie, Constance Wu, and Dan Stevens, to name a few, and an extremely nebulous description that claims it explores the deeper meaning of human connection through the lens of the individual in different perspectives and points in time, and that even during our most isolated and disparate moments, we're connected through the human experience. But it also might involve artificial intelligence, illegal memory transplants, and time travel, according to Amazon, so I guess it's like Black Mirror, but they're trying to win an Oscar? Then on the 28th, Panic is a live-action young adult drama series set in a town where recent high school graduates compete in a series of deadly challenges in order to win a bunch of money so they can escape poverty, which sounds slightly more fun and less dystopian than applying for financial aid and scholarships to pay for college, only to wind up resorting to student loans that result in mountains of debt. And finally, because we missed it, last month Amazon Prime finally got Season 1 of Creepshow, the Shudder original series, continuing the tradition of the classic George Romero Stephen King anthology film. And there you have it, that is our big fat list of streaming releases for May 2021. Of course, this is just a few choice selections. There's a lot of streaming stuff out there, so let us know in the comments what we left out and what you're watching, as well as what you're looking forward to for June. And for everything entertainment, streaming or otherwise, you're already in the right place, IGN. See you next time.